This is a foundation higher crossover task. Remember, a few things before you start. You'll have a choice of tasks. Spend a few minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, reading them carefully before you make your decision which one you would like to answer. Secondly, we do prefer you to write in very short paragraphs. The guidelines are 80 to 90 words. They're very short. They're about 22 to 25 words per paragraph. It's an informal task, so you'll be writing to a friend or someone of a similar age, or someone you know well. And finally, you'll be expected to use at least 3 tenses during the task itself. So in this task, we know that you are going to be writing to Micah, who wants, she's visiting you soon, and she wants to know what hobbies you have. Now, really important that you identify what tenses your bullet points are. The first one says, was dein Hobby als Kind war? So it's past tense, and I would write that on the paper. Second one, was für Hobbys du jetzt hast? Jetzt is a big clue, that's now, so that is present tense. Third bullet point, warum deine Hobbys wichtig sind? Why your hobbies are important, so that's also present. And finally, what Micah can do with you when she visits you. The other thing I would say is look carefully at how you can use part of the bullet point in your answer. So for example, als Kind, so als Kind, as a child, my favourite hobby war mein Lieblingshobby. Now, or another suitable time frames, zum Beispiel, nowadays, heutzutage. So think of a really good time phrase. Why your hobbies are important, you can reuse the word important. And remember, with a why, perhaps we should be using a while or a den. Yeah, you don't have to. Again, it depends how you handle the task. And this one's a bit more interesting because it's a little bit trickier, actually. What she can do with you, it's not strictly a future tense, actually. You can just use can in your answer. But this is the bit you really need to start off with. So when you visit me, okay, wenn du mich, and remember with du it's besuchst. So they're really good sentence starters. I'm going to show you paragraph by paragraph how you could handle this task. So the first bullet point asks you to tell Micah what your hobby was as when you were a child. Now, past tense in German needs als, not wenn. So you could either say als ich Kind war, but I'm actually going to just say als ich jünger war, so when I was younger. Als always puts the war to the end. Als ich jünger war, and then a comma. My favourite hobby was football, so I'm just going to say war. I have to put verb, comma, verb here. War mein Lieblingshobby Fußball. Right, I could give a reason why. I'll use den for this particular instance. This is word order, normal word order. Denn es macht Spaß, because it's fun. In fact, I want to keep it to past tense because it's my past tense paragraph. So I'm going to say es hat Spaß gemacht because it was fun. Okay. I could give some more details, like how often I played football, maybe, that I was in a team. So I'm going to start off by saying I played football every day. Actually, I'm going to say every Saturday. So every Saturday I played football. I haven't actually used that particular structure yet. Habe ich Fußball gespielt. What else could I say? And I was in a club, or and I was in a team. Und ich war in einer Mannschaft in Crowborough. And I was in a team in Crowborough. Actually, instead of in Crowborough, I'm going to say which is called Crowborough. I was in a team which is called Crowborough. It's still called Crowborough, so I can use present tense. Die Crowborough Heist. Okay, so with that, it's die because Mannschaft is feminine, and I've got my Heist at the end. So I've done just over sort of 25 words there, so that's a good length for that paragraph. Remember for bullet point 2 to start a new paragraph. Now, what hobbies you now have. So we could start off with now I have another hobby, which would be jetzt habe ich ein anderes Hobby. But I'm actually going to link it with the previous paragraph a little bit by saying now I don't play football anymore. Now anymore in German is nicht mehr. So if I start off with now I don't play, jetzt, I've got to remember to put spiele ich. Fußball nicht mehr. No, actually the nicht mehr is better before the Fußball. Spiele ich nicht mehr Fußball. So I don't play football anymore. At the moment, I play rugby, so I'm going to use another time phrase, but again, I could use heutzutage, as I mentioned earlier. So at the moment, I play rugby, spiele ich Rugby, and I am a member of the school team. Now, member, so for I am a member, you don't say I am a, you just say I am member, ich bin Mitglied, and you can just say in der Schulmannschaft, in der Schulmannschaft. So I play rugby, I'm a member of the school team. And again, perhaps I could say how often we play. So we play twice a week, zweimal in der Woche. We train, so it's not going to be trainieren, it's going to be trainieren. Then we're going to put the wir afterwards, trainieren wir. At school, in der Schule. Actually, there's nothing particularly special about that paragraph. So actually, apart from the fact I've used Mitglied, which is quite nice, and some nice word orders, so actually I'm going to just put something on the end of that to say in order to stay fit, or in order to become fit, fit zu bleiben, or if become fit, fit zu werden. So a lovely structure there. Again, a little over about 25 words, so it's about the right length. So new paragraph, and for this one, why your hobbies are important. And again, I've said, keep taking from the instruction. So I'm going to use the word wichtig. It says warum, so it's a good idea to use a weil or a den. I've already used den, so perhaps I could use a weil this time. So my hobbies are important. Meine Hobbys sind wichtig. Actually, what about a convincing personal opinion? Let's use meine Meinung nach. Meine Hobbys sind wichtig. Doesn't sound right, so it must be meine Meinung nach sind. It is. It's word order 2. Sind meine Hobbys wichtig. Hobby, YS in German, because it's not in English plural. My hobbies are important because they're fun. We've already used their fun in the first paragraph. Weil, because my hobbies make me fit. Weil sie, actually, you can just say fit machen. Fit machen. Now I have to have machen because I mean they make me fit. Weil sie fit machen. Okay. Actually, I want to put something nice in here, and I want to say, and it's always funny to play in a team. And it is always funny, so always is immer. Lustig, actually. What about always especially interesting? So we're putting in as many words in there as we can. Not interesting, I said funny, didn't I? Und es ist immer besonders lustig. Now, this is an infinitive clause, so to work in a team or to play in a team, I think we'll still have play. In einer Mannschaft spielen. Actually, something not right there. Und es ist immer besonders lustig in einer Mannschaft. No, I need zu, because it's an infinitive clause. Zu spielen. That's probably long enough, but I want some convincing and personal opinions, and before I forget, I want to put another one in. So I'm going to say, an advantage is also that they're not only funny, but also healthy. Ein Vorteil ist auch, dass, actually I'm not going to say they, it, dass es nicht nur lustig. And of course I need sondern auch, and I need another adjective, auch gesund ist. No, that doesn't make sense actually. An advantage is that I was talking about my hobbies. I need to have sie and I need to put sind at the end. That makes better sense. Right, again, you know, it's probably a little bit longer, this paragraph, so it's fine word-wise. Suchst. Final paragraph. So what can Micah do with you when she visits? When referring to the future, one of the things I really like is I'm looking forward to seeing you. Now that's actually quite difficult. But what about I'm looking forward to your visit? That's a little bit easier. So we know I'm looking forward is ich freue mich, and it's always auf. And then deinen Besuch. It's deinen because Besuch is masculine. So I'm looking forward to your visit, Micah. I might even put her name in. My page is moving. That's not so good. Micah. Freue mich auf deinen Besuch, Micah. So I said use some of what is actually in the instructions themselves. And remember, when she visits you. So I've got to change that to when you visit me. Not actually as difficult as it may seem. So when you, so wenn du mich besucht. No, it can't be besucht because besucht is for he or she. Okay, so wenn du mich besuchst, when you visit me, we can go to Twickenham. I'll keep on the rugby theme. So wir können, it's going to be können wir, because if you start with wir, wenn sentence, put my umlaut in the right place, you need to then put the verb next. So wenn du mich besuchst, so it's verb, comma, there's a comma, verb. Wenn du mich besuchst, können wir nach Twickenham fahren. We can go to Twickenham to see a rugby game. Oh, it's a rugby game. It's another zu, but I do like an zu. Ein Rugby-Spiel zu sehen. We could use tournament. Ein Rugby-Turnier zu sehen. Additionally, let's have a noch dazu or a zusätzlich or something like that. You have to go to school. Micah, you have to. So we could say musst du, not du musst. Noch dazu musst du in die Schule gehen. Go to school. In die Schule gehen. To experience a typical school day. Einen typischen Schultag zu erleben. So there we have it, and that should be about the right length. Do have a check of your word order. Read it back to yourself in English as well, just to make sure you haven't missed out any words at the end.